According to Far Out magazine, one of modern rock's most salient names, Dave Grohl, has undoubtedly left a legacy of high-octane musical impact both with Nirvana and the Foo Fighters. Sadly, his career has been littered with tragedy, first with the death of his Nirvana bandmate Kurt Cobain, and earlier this year his Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins. Grohl's tenacious creativity against the odds is testament to his winning personality that radiates humble confidence and true musical passion. Consequently, Grohl has a warm relationship with peers and fans who have supported him in a symbiosis over the past 3 decades. David is a very positive person and is often quite the compliment giver when it comes to his fellow musicians, both current and former. Speaking with Melody Maker in 2000, Grohl discussed some of his favorite albums of all times. Among his selections were a couple of old-school classics by the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, but he also paid tribute to some of his contemporaries in the U.S. grunge scene. For one of his more contemporary choices, Grohl picked out his friend Mark Lanegan's 1990 debut solo album, The Winding Sheet. The music marked a turned corner from Lanegan's heavier previous work with the Screaming Trees, but as with Nirvana's famous MTV Unplugged album, from within the acoustic tranquility stony grunge roots pervade, "Oh man, it's the most beautiful record," Grohl said of Lanegan's solo debut. "It's a Sunday morning, acoustic, soulful blues record. The guy has so much soul and the most beautiful voice. You imagine this is what your heart would sound like if he could sing. It's so fucking beautiful. This album came out just after I moved to Seattle, so to me, it represents that whole time." Mark sang for the Screaming Trees, so he had his flip side, but there was also a lot of appreciation in Seattle at the time for the purity and the truth of real music. Sadly, Lanegan passed away in February 2022 after a lifelong battle with addiction and related health issues. Grohl has, like Lanegan, joined Queens of the Stone Age on tour occasionally, and was among the late musician's close peers to pay tribute following the news. "It was so pure and so real," Grohl told The Independent of Lanegan's talent. "If he sang about pain, you believed it, and if he sang about love, you believed it. If you know anything about his story or have read any of his books, you'll understand why he sang what he did and why he sang it the way he did," he added. "There was nobody like him in Seattle. He was much loved." Listen to "Where Did You Sleep Last Night" from Mark Lanegan's The Winding Sheet. For this track, Kurt Cobain provided guitar accompaniment. Enjoy.